Excuse me, sir.
Finally, the new spawn has awoken. What a momentous day. I am honored to welcome you into our world. Spawn. Hang on. Spawn number 3. I am Fate. I am the keeper of world order. Oh, a polite Grim Reaper for a change. This is a good start. Welcome to your new job as an overseer of Cosmopolis City Subdivision 4. The Sun County Wine Region. I know what you are thinking, and yes, your assignment is choosing humans who have to die. Pretty standard stuff. As it is your first day, try to get to know the system, and do not destroy the world, yes? Gallows humor, you see? Right, yes. Clear? To be honest, nobody asked for your opinion. You have been crafted for this job, and I do not have the materials to make another spawn. Remember, the fate of the world lies in your hands. Humans march towards the great dying. They always teeter on the precipice, creating endless chaos. We keep humans from falling off. We establish the equilibrium and keep the chaos in check. For that reason, your actions will have consequences. Yes, you were. Literally. I will now show you your workplace. One more thing. This will be your 7-day evaluation period. When the week is done, you will be assessed. 1 week to show us what you are made of, Reaper.
What ho, customer! Welcome to Quartermaster Mortimer's Plunder Emporium. As ye may guess, I am Mortimer. The Mortimer. The one you may have heard of. The famous, nay, infamous Quartermaster. Aye, 'tis me, terror of the waves. I may have grown most humble with age, but tales of my thunderous exploits will live forever. Aye, ye are visiting me ultimate dream, the Emporium. Browse at your will.
Oh, the new Deathspawn. Welcome. How was your first day? Great. We are counting on your dedication. You do important work, after all. Remember, lives are on the line. I see exactly one person perished today, as tasked. Did you figure out the best choice? To be honest, I gave a simple one to begin with. There was no best choice. Sometimes none of the options are good. Not for everyone. Such is the unfortunate, indisputable, incontrovertible, ironclad law of cosmos. Questions? Keep your eye on the letter for future guidelines, and keep up the good work. A new day awaits. Off you go now. Grim, how was the second day on the job? It gladdens me to hear that. So, did you follow the rules properly? Great. Yes, everything looks to be in order. Continue the good work, and do not let tough choices get you down. Great indeed. We could use more spawns with your attitude. Rest well. You will need it. See you soon. Grim, my latest spawn. 3 days you have been with us. How do you feel? Excellent. That is what I hoped to hear. As you may imagine, it is important to keep morale up in our line of work. Now, let me take a look at the files you sent in today. Right. Everything looks to be in order. You have followed the rules and marked the correct amount of profiles. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Lady Poddington. Okay, Grim, about your payment, which I may have forgotten about earlier. Yes, An unfortunate oversight. Worry not. You will be getting back pay for the missing days. The contract stipulates that every death gets a fair salary based on their performance accuracy. Marking profiles correctly is the most important task. If you mark more or less than necessary, you will not get your fee at all. Errors in secondary tasks will reduce the total, even if the primary task is executed correctly. There really is not much else to say. You may leave. See you tomorrow.
Prepare for a perilous adventure on the ocean of quality merchandising. Tis wondrous marvel. Once upon me and me crew sailed the southern seas and came across an accursed lighthouse. Plundered the lot of it, even the mirrors. Built the frame from beautiful driftwood washed ashore from the ship we rammed into. Covered it in all gold, too, course. Aye, a proper beauty.
Grim, there you are. Let us be quick. All the profiles are here, just as requested. Excellent work. You even adhered to my little test note. I commend you for exhibiting vigilance. I am beginning to sense a tinge of pride growing within me. I did not expect you to turn out such a good and dedicated Reaper. If you keep this up, you will get far. You may be even promoted to a middle management position. Imagine the possibilities. Anyway, I am quite busy tonight, so you can go. Until tomorrow, Grim.
What ho! How can me humble and not at all adventurous self assist you today? Shiver me timbers, 'tis a tale most sordid. I dare not even recall the details, but since ye wish to hear it, I shall tell it forthwith. There I was, scouting some rickety office building downtown, and I saw this in an elevator. Went in, tore it out, and made a run for it. The device has immense power. Ye turn the knob, and infinite pleasant noises come from it. Some might even call it music. Lord blimey, how did this wee monster even get here? 'Tis not really all that valuable plunder. Found the tiny fellow on the riverbanks of Styx itself. A lifeless, adorable thing. Can't imagine it being useful for anything. But sure makes delightful squeaks when ye stroke it. Have ye seen such deals before? 'Tis ye who plunders me.
What a day, Grim. What a day. Let us go over your conduct first. Good. I see the correct amount of profiles. Today seems to be in order. Anyway, Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make the difficult choices? Ah, I told you one would get used to it. At least, I hope I told you. Corporate motivation and all that. But think of the humans. Do you think our office is the appropriate way to deal with them? Your certainty soothes me. Ours is the tradition, and those should not ever change. For that is the meaning of a tradition, yes? This control over all the lives, unbeknownst to the humans. Do you not consider it unethical to make the choices you make? It gladdens me to hear you do not bother yourself with unnecessary concerns. The office is perennial and venerated. Eons we have spent designing the appropriate methods and strategies. We know what we are doing. Oh, I do apologize for taking up so much of your time. Before you go, are there any questions you would like to ask me? Ah, the children. They are a special case, for a different set of departments to deal with. You will not find any yourself. Anything else? Absolutely. All living beings have to be processed after the end. No escape. Even plants. Yes, there is a department for plants. Do not ask about the plant department. Anything else? Right. It has been enlightening. I bid you a good night. See you tomorrow.
I welcome you to Cerberus's Den, the finest drinking establishment this side of the void. Sure as heck haven't seen you before. You must be brand new. You're just dapper like the River Acheron. The outfit screams vintage. So, how are you liking existence thus far? Gotta look on the brighter side of undeath, eh? I'm sure you never thought this was how you'll end up. Sometimes, these are the cards we are dealt. Okay, newbie, before we continue, I got this little, game I play with every fresh-faced patron. It's real simple. All you gotta do is answer a series of questions, and I'll craft a personalized drink inspired by what you said. It's like a quiz. Right, the gist. I'll describe some sort of an odd situation, and you answer how you'd react. I usually do 4 questions, and nothing else to it. Here we go. Prepare for question number 1. After being tasked with creating a computer game about dating monstrous eldritch gods, you've come up with several characters. Which of the possible god beings is clearly the hottest and most dateable of the lot? Time for question number 2. You and a friend are valiant but poor warriors. You both venture out to slay a mighty dragon. It's a fierce battle. At the end, your friend thinks he slew the dragon, while in actuality, you did. When asked, what will you do? Next up, question 3. Almost there. You are given the chance to level up one attribute of your character. Which aspect would you increase? Alright, final stretch. As I said, 4 is all anyone ever needs, right? On a stroll around the local forest, you happen upon an unfamiliar animal. Their leg is trapped in a devious trap and is bleeding profusely. The beast will likely not survive for long. How will you react? We got it! Let me just calculate the results. We'll take a moment. Leans to stability. Conformity. I've got the appropriate concoction in mind. Start off with a nice mixture: 4 centiliters of elderflower liqueur, 1 centiliter of sugar syrup, 2 deciliters of club soda. Splash in some lime juice concentrate, add several slices of well-smashed cucumber and some cubed ice. The quiz tells no lie. I think a suitable name would be Borehole. First one's on the house. Heckin' understatement of the century! Now what else can I get you? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
What do you want? A fresh-faced lemon head. Exactly what I wanted to see today.
Hey now, Gus, play nice.
Well, seems I'm stuck with you now. You want to ask questions or something? Yeah, I'm going to get back to work anyway.
Good patron, me ship of goods is at your service.
Ah, Grim. It looks to be a rough day out there. New recruits often falter during dark time. As I thought, you have marked fewer deaths than necessary. What happened? A whirlwind of options, yes. But it is your job to cut straight through it all. Would you kindly pay more heed to these matters in the future? We must focus. Let us hope these days do not continue. Any idea what happened? Interesting. An insightful streak may yet rattle inside that skull of yours. Off you go now, Grim. Good night. Welcome, Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance review draws near. How do you think you have been doing? Interesting. Yes, your answer has been recorded for the psych eval. Now then, before the assessment, let us look over your daily conduct. I see the required profiles are all here. Excellent. This bodes well for the evaluation. I guess it is time to get started. Now, where did I put those papers? Ah, here we go. Right. Looking at these stats, the numbers say... Your conduct over the 7 days has been most excellent. I am, sincerely, surprised and pleased by your display of loyalty. So much so that the office has deemed you fit for a raise. Oh, do not thank me, Grim. We are just getting started. Speaking of, the raise also comes with a prize. The office is proud to present you with an award of excellence. Display it proudly on your workstation. Do not let this cloud your judgment. You still have much to learn and many rules to follow. Careful, Grim. That is exactly the kind of hubris that will lead to a downfall. As such, your 7-day evaluation period has concluded. You have passed. That is all. Until tomorrow, Grim.
What do you think? Having a nice relaxing drink? Who told you about the plant department? Forget what you heard, Sonny. No such thing anywhere. Not gonna lose any sleep over that, Sonny. Ain't nothing to tell. Who dares to hope in this day and age? Don't poke your nose where it don't belong. Stop bothering an old plant, why don't you? Can we really? You're not gonna leave us alone otherwise? Yeah. Sonny, it's just a regular department. Not even that big, but it's very busy. What do you think? It's a department for managing plant life. There are a lot of plants. A lot. More than humans. Plants everywhere. We're real tired of folks asking about the plant department. Is why we visit the den on Sundays. Lowers the chance of bothersome busybodies with annoying questions. Who even gave you the idea the department is anything interesting? The boss? Sonny, we'd wager fate's just messing with you. Anything else, seeing as we're now deep in the soil of inquiry? Not in this lifetime, Sonny.
Hey, pleased to see you again. Ain't much happening here today. It's a slow Sunday. Anything I can get you? Sure, what's your poison? What else you got in mind? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Need ye cures for ailments or a trinket to ward off a curse? Oh. Don't tell your captain about this. 'Tis one of theirs. Stole a great deal of time ago, though. Like 'tis between 2 months at least. I remember it was like yesterday. Barely made it out of the wardrobe alive. Have ye seen how far it goes? Many skeletons are in there. Almost became one of them. But you can't trap old Mortimer that easy.
Knock, knock. That's exactly the question, ain't it? We are the exalted Chimera, envied by all the blind, arrogant fools. We are Angst Exmelio. We are nothing, a despicable failure. We are Elan Vital, the guide who won't lead astray, if only you learn to listen. We are death. How does it feel? Not a cloud in the sky. Have you forgotten what happened? We seen you, Reader. It's a grim world out there.
Grim. Ah, yes, there you are. Good, good. Okay, now, listen up. Great work today. You fulfilled your tasks adequately, and all that. However, an emergency has occurred which requires my utmost attention, and I must depart for a couple of days. Okay, listen up and keep this to yourself. Scientists at the Sid Polar Terminal Research Base found something strange buried deep, a whole kilometer, under the ice sheet. This is a matter most peculiar and could prove informative. Anyway, while I am gone, another will be in charge. Even though you passed the evaluation, I cannot leave you without any supervision. You will have more freedom, sure, but it is not limitless. Therefore, you will have to continue your daily reports as usual. I will be informed of your progress. Quite so, and you are already acquainted. You will report to Lady Portington.
I know what you're thinking. I do provide ancient powerful witches. We don't really plunder educational organizations, eh? You can't rob the ideas hiding inside the brain. Well, usually. So where did I get these fancy scholarly glasses, ye ask? Once, they belonged to a royal merchant, whose caravan I held at gunpoint. So he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. 'Tis be a powerful artifact, turning one into a formidable business powerhouse. How'd ye think I got a hold of this shop?
That wasn't so good, was it? It's okay. We can figure it out, make it work. Crisp and clear like the azure pond at the forest glade. You were born for this. That's what fate keeps telling you, ain't it? It's like a surge in your spine, a faint echo of a perfect chord. It's very close, Grand Reaper. Be seeing you. power at your fingertips. It's electrifying. On your own. You know why? Because they're setting you up. Why, indeed. Because you'll never be good enough. You don't have what it takes to succeed. You're a void. I am. Keeping you on your toes, right? It's necessary. Eyes like a lighthouse, Reaper. Watch your back. Be seeing you.
Friend, your visit's like the sun. Regular. And warms the room. Dear me, 'tis a tragic tale. You ever hear of the Dia de Mortos? A wild night, certainly. There we was, celebrating the passing of mi amigo. Several days later, woke up buried under a mountain of empty bottles. This mask stuck to me face. Never knew where it came from. But I will happily let the memory of me fellow buccaneer and me headache be carried by another.
Hey, we don't like what we see. It's suspicious. Yeah, we know the heartbeat, even if it no longer beats. What a wreck. Listen to us, Reaper, not the others. Yeah, listen to me. To me! Shh! They're probably eavesdropping right now. Let's be off.
Ah, perhaps ye require a delightful gift for a significant friend. Avast! This tale is beyond reproach. We were sailing the high seas when we found a shipwreck full of these off the coast of the Wild Wakes. 'Twas power to erase even the most dreadful of mistakes. Used it to erase one of my risky love letters. And you know what? Never heard from the love interest again. Amazing little thing.
Look at the march of death. Bones of the living, ground into dust. A dust storm that suffocates any remaining breaths. Ew. Come on, Grim. That's disgusting. Don't you think this whole business is remarkably dehumanizing? An uncaring office of eternal bureaucracy, picking and choosing lives. The love of an unrestrained monstrosity. No one is in control. The fiend devours life with no supervision. Throw not the flesh of the common people into the gears of agony. Let us know if you come eye to eye with a solution. Seeing you.
Grim is there, yes? Grim, I am most disappointed. I had hoped to avoid having this discussion a second time. Must I reiterate myself? You cannot mark every person to death. If too many perish, the results will be disastrous. It will undo the whole plan. Grim, hello? Cassis, why is there always a connection error at the most inopportune moment? I hope my words reach you, even if the reverse is not the case. Understand that this is not a path you wish to take. I will note this down as your second warning. There will not be many more. Good night, Grim. Gather your wits before you act.
Ahoy, matey! What can old Mortimer offer ye today? Blimey, we scoured nigh every inch for this calendar. Alas, mayhaps we raided too many merchantmen for it. 'Cause turns out, it weren't even on a ship. Still worth it for the annals' work on any year. Filled to the brim with arcane squiggles and short omens between the numbers, and in the footnotes. Also includes the major holidays of 100 different civilizations, and all of the name days. I finally procured it from an old man on the steps of Acropolis.
accentuate the morphological field, or some reclassification of the framing stratum. Ah, I should have known. Scaffolding of the antediluvian complex. Oh, maybe? Meta-resonance trigger. One might say so, if they're so inclined. I am the prime curator of the Abysmal Archive, the archive of all existence. Or the bits I've managed to catalog thus far. Did you know there is a lot of existence? More than you are able to conceive. Ah, yet I see promise in you, Spawnling. So, let me tell you a secret. You see, the archive sprouts a mind. Eons ago, incomprehensible to most. Those were the days. We were so young then, Fate and I. Two strapping lads. There was little in the archive initially, but it didn't take long for it to start growing, expanding. Until it achieved awareness of a sort. Consciousness, but not a kind you'll easily recognize and engage with. We couldn't foresee this happening, the awakening of the archive, its development into a unique organism. We care for the archive, exploring its unstable pathways, researching new topics. Sometimes we do battle, without doing damage, mind you. We can't be losing any ancient knowledge to carelessness. I'm skeptical of this being at all possible. The archive has grown beyond imaginable boundaries. What could damage the animated embodiment of existence? It has to be something greater than the archive itself, which even I must deem absurd. Alas, visitations are limited to professional archivists only. Ah, it calls to me, so I must return. I hope you enjoyed our talk.
Yes? The name is Frank Whittle. Well, I used to be Spawn number 142, but sometimes you just wish you had a more memorable name. But I wanted to stand out more, you know. Oh, yes. So pick one. What's stopping you? Do you know about the butterfly effect? Well, what if I'm that butterfly? Eh? Haphazardly fluttering around and then millions of souls perish in anguish. I don't want that on my conscience. I can't handle it. And that's the least of my problems. Last week someone put my stapler in a large jar of strawberry jelly. I know. I couldn't believe it either. I was outright flabbergasted. And that's still not all of it. Last month I had to work in the dog department. But I love dogs. Does it really? And the people in the dog department? Absolute bad apples. I was scared for the afterlife. I was. But you know, before that, someone filled my room with balloons. Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you. I have an inkling it's the one they call Lance Thrasher. Well, thanks. I guess I needed that. But other people, well, they just keep telling me how great Lance Thrasher is. How fun they are to hang out with, how awesome they are, how amazing. How they tell the best jokes and get into the craziest shenanigans. Yes, right? I don't get it either. So, I thought I had to let them know. I walked straight over to Lance and I told them that I don't find them riveting and I don't particularly care about their lame jokes. But then Lance just said, keep it real, and then went on to do a handstand on their desk. Everyone in the office started chanting their name. Lance, 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 Lance. And all those other things. Yeah, leave me to my misery.
Why, hello again. The Den is always glad to see a returning customer. 2 weeks down and you're still kicking. Well done. Say, I've been thinking and, I was hoping you'd explain it to me, the process. I mean, how do you make the choices? How do you really decide who gets to live and who doesn't? Your dedication and diligence are noteworthy. Must take you a long time, though. You may be, but the hope that everyone else is on the same level... Never mind me. I simply ain't one to trust a chain when I can see the other end. Okay, then, another question I've been pondering about the process. Do you think about the people after you've made the decision? Or do you forget all about them after it's done? Heck, that's bleak. You've lost the connection with humanity. Doesn't all of it make you, anxious? Sure makes me, and I ain't even the one choosing. I don't think I could handle the pressure. Gazing upon the decision tree. Branches out across infinity, across space and time. Anyway, this has been enlightening. Thanks for the answers. Anything I can get you? This mysterious entity want? And you following, or what? Good on you for the curiosity. Shake up those boring days of yours, eh? Elsewise, truth be told, I'm of little help. I don't know what goes around in the office, I just own the den. What else you got in mind? Fate's cat? She's an adorable furball, ain't she? Always skulking around in search of mischief. She sneaks down here, too, so I feed her a few morsels. Almost unnaturally so. It's nice she keeps Fate company. Fate's archaic. All those aeons might not be good for the, mentality. What else you got in mind? That's so. Well, most of us hear voices a lot of the time. Wait, so you got a mirror that reflects back your own voice? Hey, it's fine to talk to yourself. I'm sure it's rough at the office. Vocalizing's gotta help process the thoughts and feelings, Or maybe it's your conscience trying to kick through the barrier. Becoming a Reaper ain't easy, so you haven't fully internalized the struggle, you're not happy with your work, or you sense something's off. But what do I know? I'm just a barkeep, so that makes me only half a therapist. Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Avast ye! Pursue the finest booty you've ever seen. Smokes are deadly, ye know. A curse fouler than any I ever met. Not to me wildest dreams could I rob so many lives. 'Tis gazing down the length of an infinite tobacco stick, inching ever closer to the end. An ancient shaman gifted me this pack after I rescued their child from the rabid coyotes. Guess they weren't pleased with me good deed. Assume this visage and forever be reminded of the mortality of all.
I have returned. Did you miss me? Great. I am glad you enjoy our frequent discourse. So, okay, yes. Today is your 2-week performance evaluation. But before that, we must quickly check your daily conduct. Where did I place those papers? Please. Where are you? Ah, here we go. Right. Seems to be correct, or whatever. Let us proceed to the more important evaluation. A fair assessment, I may agree. In essence, you are a solid and dedicated worker. You play by the book. You do what you are told. There is little to criticize in your conduct, except perhaps for the minor lack of independence. Nothing so grand, but do you really think life is all about following rules? One might expect at least an inkling of rebellion. Does an autonomous personality hide anywhere within your skull? You are dependable, faithful, trusted. Is that all you are content with? Now, obviously, you are to be granted a small bonus. No one can argue you have not earned it. Keep it up. The ultimate evaluation is in 2 weeks.
Back from her booty, are ye?